Welcome to the Private Practice with Soul podcast. My name is Dr. Brooklyn Storme, and I help private practice owners align their business back with their soul's calling, with their big vision and with their soul's purpose. Unlike other private practice coaches, I've traveled the world in search of spiritual resources, spiritual tools, education and information so that you can have the transformation that your soul desires and needs so that you can up-level your business. How much fun is this? I love it so much. Guys, if you're not already a member of the Private Practice Monthly Mentorship Group, please check out the show notes. I would love for you to be there. In the meantime, thank you so much for pushing play today. Let's begin. Okay, so before we get started, just in case you missed it on my social media, which hopefully you didn't, I just wanted to say here that if you want to feel a little bit more confident that you can create the type of private practice that you've always wanted to create. If you want to start feeling really excited and empowered by the choices that you're making for your business, knowing with certainty that all the decisions you're making are the right ones for you and for the business. If you want to shift your mindset and build your business in a way that's truly authentic with the right structures, systems, and processes, and the freedom to be creative and work in flow and build those beautiful connections with your clients, but you're not sure how to do it and you would like a blueprint, I've got you covered. What I'd like you to do is press pause right now, unless you're driving, press pause on the podcast, flip down to the show notes and click book the call. And I just want you to go there, book it. Let's get that sorted out for you. I'm going to help you. And then when you've done that, come back. Okay, welcome back. Good job. I'm so proud of you. Okay, so welcome to all the new subscribers. And of course, welcome to all the beautiful, beautiful souls who push play on every single episode. I love you so much and I appreciate you more than you know. I mean, I know I tell you that a lot, but it's true. I really do. Okay. So today's episode, I'm going to again attempt to integrate the masculine and the feminine for you. Because obviously if we're just in our feminine all the time, we're never going to be able to make any money in our business. And it's a very spiritual thing to be able to make money in your practice because it allows you to do things like, I don't know, work with me, for example, if you need a coach or upgrade your software or improve your website and things like that. But we also need to be anchoring into the feminine because you help people. And the way that you help people is through your talking therapies, through your energetic therapies, through those healing modalities that you use. And they're all very, very much caught up in that beautiful feminine energy. So we need to harmonize both. And so what I've noticed lately is that people are having some questions about their website. And this is a really important topic, and it's something that I think I can really help you with in this session. Some of the stuff I'm going to say might, I don't know, upset you a little bit perhaps because you're under a different belief or you have a different mindset about websites, but that's okay. I just want you to have an open mind. Stay with me. I know my stuff. I've been helping hundreds of women in private practice with this and it works. So just, bear with me. All right. So the first thing about having a website is you need to be really clear about your expectations with it. So I often hear a couple of things. One thing that I hear is people say, I don't have any clients at the moment because I don't have my website ready. Now, that's a flawed statement because you're assuming that once you've got a website, that's going to be, the answer. And all of a sudden your diary is going to be full because, you're going to have this presence online. Not true. Okay. The other thing that I hear is I don't have any clients because my website's not up or things along those sorts of lines. There's this association between having a website and having a fully booked diary. And I don't know who started this or where it comes from, but in the world of health and healing, it's a fallacy. And sharing this with you because I don't want you to think that you have to spend thousands of dollars paying somebody off Upwork or Fiverr or from the Philippines to go and make you this website that you think you have to have, because there are plenty of women who've done that and it's still crickets. I'll tell you why. In in the online space, a good conversion rate for a website is between 1% and 2%. Okay, now that's lower when it comes to the type of work that you and I do, because it's not mainstream, is it? Also, our clients are very unique. There's stigma sometimes attached with the services that we offer and the types of problems that we help people with. And so it's very different to us selling sneakers or selling gift boxes or selling lollies and cakes online, isn't it? Like, that's kind of socially acceptable to do. Those sorts of websites have the conversion, it sits around 2%. And if they're really good ones, then like Amazon, of course, they go a little bit higher. But you're not Amazon, and neither am I. And we're in, whether you like it or not, our industry is itself a niche industry. You might not be niching within it, but it is a very exclusive industry and it's a small industry. And so, again, couple that with, stigma, with people not wanting to get help, with people perhaps only getting help when they're at breaking point, all those sorts of things, your likelihood of a conversion from your website drops again and again and again, okay? Especially if you're not a big brand who's well known, and I'm talking Beyond Blue, Black Dog, Reach, all those sorts of places, which most of us aren't, are we? Where women running a practice by ourselves, most of us. Some of us have a business partner, but most of us are doing it by ourselves. And we just don't have that brand recognition yet. So I guess I want you to just be very, very clear from the beginning that if you're setting up your website so you get clients, don't. I would save your money. If you want to do it, just do it. Well, I'm going to say just do what I did. You don't have to do what I did. But what I did was I made my own website. It took me less than an hour. It was drag and drop. I don't know anything about WordPress. Like, WordPress would send me into a huge tailspin. I don't know anything about it. It's like Chinese to me. So I just needed something that was really, really simple and, very intuitive. And so I use GoDaddy. They've got really beautiful templates on there, and I just drag and drop what I want in there. I do my own SEO, got a really high ranking page as a result of that, and it's a joy to get into the back end of my website and do it. And the whole thing, I think, cost me like $9 a month. So that would be an option if you want to do that. But if your intention is, like, this is what I mean, you have to be very clear about what your intention is when you set up that website. If your intention is for visibility, great, go ahead and do it. But make sure that you set it in your diary every single week to do something on that website. Here's the thing. I do website audits for women in private practice periodically. Like, I just kind of do them every now and again just for fun, because that sounds weird, doesn't it? But I really love doing stuff like that. Like, auditing other people's stuff makes me so happy. Because I get to give them like ideas and suggestions about what they could do to improve their conversions, and they make those changes and they email me, and of course their conversions have increased. So that's really, really good, and you can see evidence of that on my social and on my website. Got lots of testimonials there to back that up. I'm not blowing smoke or anything like that, but I think if you're doing it for visibility, that's different again. So visibility, you want to make sure that you put it on your calendar to refresh your website every week. And you can do this in a few ways. One way is to actively blog. Now, here's the thing about blogging. A few women have a few different ideas about this. So when I go in and I do the website audits, this is what I've observed. And maybe you know what I'm talking about if yours is one of the websites I'm about to refer to. Don't worry, I'm not going to name names. But there are websites out there that have blogs, right? These women will tell me, Brooklyn, I can't get clients. Help me, help me. I don't know what I'm doing. I've got a website. I've got a blog. I've got an email newsletter that goes out. I say, okay, great. And I go and I subscribe to their email newsletter and I never receive one. And then I'll say, hey, I still haven't received an email newsletter. It's been like 2 months now and I haven't got it. And they'll say, oh yeah, it's just I haven't been in the mood to send one and I haven't done it. Okay. So then don't tell me that you're not getting clients even though you're sending out newsletters, because you're not sending out newsletters. You've got MailChimp set up or MailerLite or ConvertKit set up and you randomly email people. That's what's happening. That's a problem, okay? If you're going to have an email newsletter, be consistent. If it's not your thing to email your audience, every week, don't. Just do it once a month, but do it consistently. If you're going to do it every quarter, just do it every quarter, but let everybody know and, have integrity, do what you say, that you're going to do. The other thing with a website, people go, well, I'm blogging and I'm still not getting clients. So I'll go and check the website and their last blog was from 2016. And I say, hey, you said that you were blogging. And they go, yeah. And I go, well, let's have a look. When was your last blog? And they have a look and they go, oh yeah, 2016. And I said, so you're not really blogging, are you? They'll say no. So, if you're going to blog, again, you need to set a very clear intention about this. And the reason why is because the action that you take needs to line up with that intention. So if you're blogging to get clients, you want to be blogging consistently. So again, you want to try and do it once a week, blog consistently, and have calls to action in that blog. Give them links to stuff to download, give them links to audios. If you've got audios, give them links to files in your Dropbox that you want to share with them, like little infographics on breathing or whatever it is you're doing, and have links in there to your diary. Better yet, embed your diary onto your website. So it's super easy for them just to jump in and do it. Okay. That's something else. But if you're blogging for visibility, then again, you need to be doing it consistently. So again, I would just recommend once a week, because each time you go into the website goes on hold. All right, just bear with me for a second. So it goes on hold. It becomes unpublished while you're working on it. Okay, so in kind of a way, it becomes invisible to the naked eye. Like if I was going to go and search for it, your latest page will pop up, not what you're doing now. So you go in to your website in the back end and you're going to, upload your blog and you're going to put some links in there. Maybe you have some links to external sites, that are going to, I don't know, if I was going to write a blog on, creating a sacred space or something like that, I might put a link to Tiny Buddha because they have some things that can support people in setting up a ritual space. I might put a link to my favorite Instagram place that sells really cool candles and stuff like that. So put a few links in, but also put a few links back into your own stuff, like your diary if you're not going to embed it, like other pages on your website, like the facts or the fees or whatever it is. But get in there every single day. And after you've written and uploaded your blog, hit publish again, hit refresh, and Google's going to love you. All right. That's something super easy that you can do. And if you're not a blog person, I'm not. I don't sit there every week and write out blogs. I'm all about simplifying my private practice. I love to be my feminine, and I would just be my feminine seeing clients all day long because it makes me so flippin' happy to sit there and support them and to see them have aha moments. And the ladies that I get to work with, they just blow my mind. I can't speak highly enough of these women. So that's where I want to be spending all of my time. So yeah, of course, for me, I'm going to automate everything I possibly can. I want a very hands-off approach. I just want to set everything and forget about it, And so for me, writing a blog post is simply a matter of either repurposing an email like one of my most opened emails, I just go in, copy it and paste it into GoDaddy. Or if I've had a really good Facebook post that I put up that had heaps of interaction, or, got heaps of comments or something like that, I'll just copy it and paste that as my blog. So don't be afraid to repurpose content. It doesn't have to be hard, and you don't have to be reinventing the wheel every week. Make it simple. I always ask myself, if this got to be easy, what would be going on right now? If this got to be easy, how would I be blogging? If this got to be easy, how would I be getting clients? If this got to be easy, how would I be boosting my visibility? If this got to be easy, how would I be finding a member for my team? If this got to be easy, how would I be advertising the practice? If this got to be easy, how could I sell places in my supervision or mentoring or other programs without feeling sleazy and salesy? If this got to be easy, what hours would I be working? If this got to be easy, how many clients a week would I be seeing? If this got to be easy, what would my hourly rate really be? If this got to be easy, where would I be working from? If this got to be easy, how would I be working? Okay, you get the point. I know I belabor the point sometimes, don't I? Okay, so I think when it comes to having a website, if it's about visibility, I think we've ticked that off now. I think if it's about referrals, don't bother. Your money and your time are better invested elsewhere. And there are plenty of free ways that you can get some visibility. Do you want me to tell you some of them? I'm hearing a yes. Okay. I'm tuning in and hearing a yes. Okay. So some easy ways that you can get some visibility, so you can get some more likes on your page, some more followers, maybe even some more bookings. Super simple, guys. All you need to do, jump into Facebook if you're a Facebook person, and update your banner. Easy, right? So on my personal profile, my banner simply says, I want to click into it now. I think it says attract 3 referrals in a week. And then what I do is I click that banner, and a space comes up on the right-hand side of that says edit. And so I click edit. And then what I do is I put a link to my free training. Easy. Do you know how many people have clicked that banner? A lot. On my Facebook business page and on my group pages, I've done something similar. So always use that space to let people know what you've got for them. And remember that when you're marketing, stop talking about yourself. We have to start talking about our clients, because we want to be in that feminine energy where we're connecting with them. Okay. Do not be in your masculine when you're marketing, because it's not cool, right? Nobody wants to be pitched to or sold to, have the hard sell or pressure. No, it's not about that. And we don't want to be, forcing people to book in with us or anything like that. We want to give them the confidence to be able to work with you, especially if they don't know who you are, right? So update your banners with a clickable link right up the very top, and let them know why they should click on it. So if you work with, I don't know, let's say mothers of fur babies who are overweight or something like that, and their goal is to walk their dog more, maybe you would write that result, right? So maybe you might call it like, what would be the benefit of walking the dog more? Well, that would be making your dog healthy. So let's just write on the banner, let's make your dog healthy in, 7 days or less, whatever. And then you're going to put a link to whatever your little training program is, or your tip sheet or your cheat sheet or whatever it is, so that I can come along, I can download that, and I can go, oh my gosh, this was so helpful. I love this. And then I'm going to come back and I'm going to click through all your other posts and see what else you've got for me. Right? So that's free visibility. Okay. The other thing that's free visibility is buddying up with someone that shares your audience, but they do something different. Okay. So let's say you help women with self-esteem, and you think, oh, okay, well, who else helps women with self-esteem? That might be a naturopath, a nutritionist, a Reiki person, a massage person, a health and wellness coach, Start looking for those people and say, hey, you know what? We share the same audience. Let's figure out a way where we can support each other's audiences. And there's so many ways you can do that. You can have each other on your page for a live video. You could blog on each other's pages. You could, do you know what I mean? Like there's you can invite somebody to come and speak in your group and then go and return the favor in their group, right? Those sorts of things. Free visibility. What else is free visibility? On your email signature, you want to make sure that you've got a link to anything that they can download, and you want to make sure that you've got a link to your website. Again, free visibility. I'm happy to give you a shout out on my podcast. There you go, free visibility. And we've got like nearly 12,000 listeners now. So I can give you a shout out on my podcast. That's fine. If you'd like me to do that, let me know. So there are plenty of ways that we can get you visibility for nothing that can help you. Like that's just the first step, isn't it? Like there are steps that come after that, obviously. But in terms of getting you visibility, there are so many free ways to do it. It's not funny. And even like Psychology Today, you can jump on there. I know nearly all of you are, but for those of you who don't know about it, you don't need to be a psychologist to be on there. You can be on there as a supervisor, a mentor, a coach, a counselor, a therapist, whatever. You can just create a free profile there for 6 months. And clients will find you there, and then they're going to ring up and make inquiries, and then it's just up to you to convert that inquiry into a booking, right? If you need help with that, of course, I can teach you how to do that. That's not hard. It can be, though, if you're not in the right mindset. So if you need help with that, of course, I've got you covered. Don't worry. We'll work through it together. So the other thing about websites that I just want to say too is remember that your website is one of so many that your poor client is probably going to have to wade through. And so you need to find a way for yours to be memorable, for yours to stand out. The whole idea of branding, and I was saying this, those of you who are in the Australian Counsellors in Private Practice online group that I have would have seen this in the training on Monday. But for those of you who aren't in the group, I did a training there on branding. And so branding really is about how you can make your private practice distinctive. Okay, that means standing out from the rest, which I know puts the fear of you know who into some of you. I get that. It's scary. Some of you don't want to be seen because we've got other issues popping up around, oh, what if people don't like me, and fear of judgment, and all of that. I understand. However, if your website isn't memorable, is somebody going to come back to it? Probably not. They're just going to keep clicking through until they find a website they like. So to make your website likable, you have to kind of get in the mind of your client and think, what does your client really want to be reading? What do they need to hear? All of those sorts of things. Plus, your website needs to be pleasing on the eye. So don't just have a slab of text that they've got to scroll through and scroll through and scroll through to get to the bottom where you've got your booking button. No. Try and keep it less is more. As clean as you can, nice and simple, not too much information on there, because do you know what? I don't know about you, but I know most of the women that I work with are already overwhelmed. So I don't want to add to their overwhelm by dumping a whole lot of what I think they want to hear information, or what I think is important to me. So I'm not going to bombard them with lists of therapeutic techniques I use. I'm not going to bombard them with lists of qualifications. No, I want my website to be about them. I want it to be easy to read, easy to digest, easy for them to get the information that they want. And I want it to be easy to read. It's got to be pleasing on the eye. Okay. So clutter-free, branding consistently, booking button on, above the fold. So when people talk about being above the fold, that's a term that's used a lot in website design. And the best way for me to describe it to you is, when you get an A4 pamphlet and it's kind of folded in three, you open up the first bit and then you open up the second bit, and then you've got like the normal bit in the middle. Yeah. So if you take that brochure, which is probably landscape, and you just flip it to portrait. I was going to say vertical, but yeah, flip it to portrait. You can see you've got 3 folds of paper. So imagine those 3 folds of paper are your computer screen. What you want to do is above each of those folds have a booking button. Okay. And the reason being is not everybody's going to scroll to the bottom of the page for it. If they've got to search and dig around for your booking button, it's not going to happen. So let's make it really easy for them to do that. The other tip for a website for you as well is if you have an online diary that they can book into, put it on there, embed it into the website, make it really easy. Some of the lowest conversions are from when people don't have a booking diary and they do something like email me for an appointment. Think about the state of mind your client is probably in at the time that they're on your website. They're probably already at the edge. They're probably already in that deep, dark place. Like something has prompted them to come here, right? They're probably coming because things are so bad. But now, instead of just being able to book an appointment and talk to you whenever, now they've got to send you an email and talk about what they want help with in that email and then wait for you to get back to them. And then there's going to be emails back and forth perhaps about times. It just sounds heavy. I wouldn't do that. And I'm not needing support right now, but I couldn't imagine what that must be like for somebody who did. So I think it's acceptable for you as a private practice owner to have that as an option on your website. Sure, but it shouldn't be the only option. If you have Clinico, if you have Halaxy, if you have Calendly, if you have Acuity, any of those booking systems, they've all got links that you can use to embed your diary onto your website. Make it easy for your client to book in, because if it's not going to be easy, they're just going to click off your site and they're going to go to the next site, and that person's going to have a book now button. They're going to click that and they're going to be presented with, right, you can have this time, or this time, and they're going to go ahead and book with them. Don't do yourself out of referrals because the website isn't set up correctly. Okay. So there are just some things for you to be mindful of when you're thinking about your website. Just be super clear. And we've only spoken about 2 intentions today. One was being visible and one was getting referrals. There are many other intentions around why you might build a website for your private practice. If you would like some help with those and you didn't do it at the start of the call today, hit pause now. Do it. Just hit pause now and go and book that call with me. And let's get this sorted out for you. Okay, so go and do that and then come back. All right. Thank you. You're amazing. I'm really, really proud of you for taking that step. Nothing bad is going to happen. Don't worry. What's going to happen is I'm going to help you. And we're going to do a website audit together. We're going to screen share. We're going to do it together. I'm going to give you some feedback on that call that you can go away, implement straight away, improve the website, get it right where you want it to be, and you are going to start to see conversions. Okay? I know this because I'm an award-winning private practice owner. I've had a private practice for 25 years. This is my jam. This is what I help women with. Okay? So I'm here for you. Don't miss out. Like, why do you think I do these podcasts and everything? It's because I love you and I want to make sure that you're successful with your practice, yeah? And that you're getting all of the help, all of the support, all of the guidance that you need, okay? So I hope this has been a very impactful, powerful, helpful, valuable episode. You've got some ideas around maybe revisiting the website, maybe giving it a bit of a facelift, breathing new life into it. We've discussed some simple ways that you can do that so you don't have to reinvent the wheel. Spoken to you about, different domains that you might use. We've spoken to you about, free visibility tools that you can use and strategies that you can use. And I've also offered to help you. So guys, there's no excuse. Let's set the intention together here and now to attract another 5 referrals into your business in the next 2 weeks. Let's do it. Like, Why not? Come on, let's do it. Are you with me? I hope you're with me. If you're with me, let me know. Send me an email and just say, I'm with you. And I will help keep you accountable, and I will give you all the support in the world. All right. My email address is in the show notes. I have to go now because I've got to go and pick up my new boxes for my welcome kits for my VIP clients. So have a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful Wednesday. Thank you again so much for being here. You're the absolute best, and I appreciate you so much. Okay, guys, have a beautiful day. Bye. Thank you so much for listening to this episode of the Private Practice with Soul podcast today. If you're looking for clarity, if you need help with branding, your processes, and bringing everything into alignment with your soul's purpose for your private practice, head to the show notes and click the link for more information about the Private Practice Monthly Mentorship Group. You are going to love it. I can't wait to see you in there. Thanks so much for listening. Bye.